evening and welcome to this edition of News Leader on 6. I'm Jim Fuller.
And I'm Jenny English. In tonight's news, we'll tell you why several Tullahoma Recreation Department employees were chosen as Employees of the Month, and plane crash survivor Valley Collins will tell us how her experience has changed her life. We'll have these stories and more on tonight's News Leader on 6.
Keith Barnett here at Russell Barnett Chevrolet GMC in Winchester. Check out the 2019 Chevrolet Impala up to 19% off original MSRP. That's Russell Barnett Chevrolet GMC on the bypass in Winchester, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. And remember, why buy anywhere else?
My wife Jackie has always been the life of the party, but things changed when she couldn't be as active anymore.
They told me I needed a double knee replacement.
It's not as big a deal as it used to be, but she still needed to go to rehab.
I was amazed at how good the therapists were at Life Care. They took really good care of me.
They took excellent care of her, and now she's back doing the things she loves, and that makes everyone happy.
Life Care Center of Tullahoma wants you to get active and live well.
Can you imagine a world without beauty? Without color? Without creativity? Without art? Well, neither can we. Keep arts alive and experience all kinds of arts and crafts at the second annual Arts Alive Tullahoma on the newly renovated lawn of the South Jackson Civic Center, May 25th and 26th. For details, visit TullahomaArtsCouncil.com and come spend the day at our fun, family-friendly arts festival.
Welcome back. The Tennessee Department of Health has issued the first maternal mortality review report. The report describes the state of maternal mortality in Tennessee based on a comprehensive study of deaths of women who died while pregnant or within 1 year of pregnancy. The goal of the effort by the Tennessee Maternal Mortality Review Committee is to identify opportunities for preventing maternal deaths and promoting women's health.
In 2017, 78 women in Tennessee died while pregnant or within 1 year of pregnancy. Substance use disorders and mental health conditions were often a contributing factor in these deaths. Substance use contributed to 33% of all pregnancy-associated deaths in 2017, and mental health conditions contributed to 18% of these deaths. The MMR Committee recommended increasing access to mental health and substance abuse treatment both during and for the year following pregnancy.
Several employees from the Tullahoma Parks and Recreation Department have been chosen as City Employees of the Month. Parks and Rec Director Kurt Glick makes the announcement.
You'll remember we started this year recognizing Employee of the Month, and this month it's not one single employee but a team of employees, and they can be recommended by either a citizen or an employee. So since we have so many citizens in the audience tonight, I wanted to be sure to say that. We take nominations through our Human Resources Department for employees that exemplify our values and our commitment to public service. And so tonight I'm going to invite Kurt Glick, our Parks and Recreation Director, back up to introduce his team and talk about why they were nominated.
Thank you, Jennifer. Well, tonight is really a night of champions. Tonight we had the championship wrestler, we had championship corporate citizens, and now we have championship employees. We recently hosted a Sports Hall of Fame, the inaugural Tullahoma Sports Hall of Fame event at D.W. Wilson Community Center. We transformed the D.W. Wilson gym into a place that everybody talked about. It looked great. I started wondering after a while when they started saying how that they didn't even look like, couldn't believe the community center could look like this. So, after a while, I kind of started taking offense to that. But anyway, they did. It was a great event. It was a great night, and a big part of that night was the food that was served. And it was, people asked me during the night, and I'm sure maybe asked you, Mayor, or some other, they asked who catered the event. Well, the event was catered by Tullahoma Parks and Recreation Department by our concession staff, and it was done in a kitchen that really wasn't designed for it, didn't have the proper equipment, but they made do with that and put out a great meal. And from what I heard, everybody really was pleased with the outcome. We had chicken cordon bleu, flank steak, a vegetable medley, and mashed potatoes, along with a salad and dessert. So it was a full-service menu.
And served how many people?
We served 240 people. Lyle may give you a little bit update on the quantities of food, but 240 people were served in a little over 30 minutes, about 40 minutes it took to get all the food out to everybody, so plated meal. We had 6 employees that did all this, led by Lyle Russell, Brooke Thomas, our 2 leaders. Come on up, Lyle and Brooke. And Colton Gunn was also another full-time person that helped them. And then we had 3 part-time people, Jacob Bilodeau, Abby Nelson, and Cade Kennedy. All helped, so they did a great job. I think, we had a banquet with 240 people, and I think a few of these people might have just been cooking banquet dinners in the microwave about a week before. It might have been the biggest experience they had with food service. But anyway, I'd like to invite Lyle up. Maybe you could say a couple other words. And
thank you. I'll keep it quick. In the end, we prepared for 256 was the head count. I think about 240 was what actually went out. But like was said, we couldn't have done it without every part of the team. It was very much a team effort, and we were very tired at the end of the night. And I think the next day, no one called each other. We were pretty worn out, but in the end, it turned out to be a great event. And the only thing I'll leave you with is there was a guy that approached me right afterwards as he was walking out, and he said, the food was great. He said, who did you get to cater it? And I said, Parks and Rec. He goes, oh, where is that at? And I said, you're standing in it. So he thought that was funny at the time, thank goodness, because I may have said it a little more rude than I meant to. But yeah, so we appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Stay with us. More news is next.
Keith Barnett here at Russell Barnett Chevrolet GMC in Winchester. Check out the 2019 Chevrolet Equinox up to 21% off original MSRP. That's Russell Barnett Chevrolet GMC on the bypass in Winchester, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. And remember, why buy anywhere else?
You made the time and the sacrifice to broaden their horizons, to see their smiles, but mostly to make lifelong memories. We think it's time to do it again, just the 2 of you. Don't let illness or injury slow you down. The rehab team at Life Care Center of Tullahoma is ready to help you live well.
The February Lunch and Learn guest speaker at D.W. Wilson was Ms. Valley Collins, a passenger aboard the ill-fated flight 1549 that took off from LaGuardia Airport on January 15, 2009 and struck a flock of Canadian geese. 6 minutes later, passengers were bracing for impact in the icy Hudson River. The story was later made into a movie titled Sully, Miracle on the Hudson, starring Tom Hanks. Ms. Collins was recently the guest speaker at the monthly rec department Lunch and Learn. In this segment, she talks about how this event changed her life.
I still live in beautiful East Tennessee. I'm still married to a great guy, and I have 3 fantastic children. But my sense of life purpose and life responsibility has definitely changed. And while I've taken a lot of learnings away from this experience, there's 5 key ones that I'm going to share with you quickly this afternoon. And let me warn you, none of these are rocket science. I'm not going to blow you away with my wisdom. But the first learning is the importance of kindness. Simple kindness. In the days after the crash, I remember thinking, had it ended tragically, and my face would have been one of 154 others on the front page of the USA Today, would the Avis bus driver that took me from the rental car lot to the terminal, would he have thought of me as a kind person? Did I smile at that gate agent when she scanned my ticket and told me to have a nice flight? Was I as friendly as I could possibly be to my seatmate? And what struck me about that is as we walk through our day-to-day lives, we really have no idea who the other person is that we may have our very last interaction. The second learning is the learning of empathy. I've already told you, I'm more of a thinker versus a feeler type person. If you had said to me, Valley, you're going to be on a plane, it's going to crash, everyone's going to survive, and you're going to walk off without a scratch on you, how would you react? Well, I would have told you, I guess I'll just be happy to be alive and I'll move right on. Well, I am happy to be alive. The moving on piece was not so simple for me. I was diagnosed with post-traumatic stress disorder. And that's a very real mental illness, disease, injury, whatever label you want to put on it. And going through the process of dealing and healing from PTSD, it gave me a heightened sense of empathy for others and the emotional battles that others deal with. The fourth learning is the importance of physical fitness. I've always enjoyed staying physically active. I like to strength train, play tennis, swim with my kids. But after being part of an experience like this one, it taught me just how important it is, to the best of our ability, to stay as physically fit as you can. Because you just don't know when you may find yourself in a situation where physically you've got to be able to save your own life, the life of a friend or family member, or maybe just be ready to help out a complete stranger. And the fourth learning is the learning of perspective. This is a big one for me. This is a two-part one, if you will. And the first part about perspective is, I have a whole new scale by which to calibrate how upset to get over something. If our new lab puppy chews up my favorite pair of running shoes, I can go get some more running shoes. My 8th grader and I get into an argument because he's convinced that playing his video game is more important than doing his algebra homework. I'm glad I'm just the mom that's here that gets to make him do the algebra homework. You want to be the first person out of the parking lot when we leave here today? That's fine. Cut me off going out of the parking lot. I'll get to where I'm going 18 seconds after you do. That cliche, don't sweat the small stuff, it's really quite true. There are very few things that we encounter in our day-to-day life that are worth raising our blood pressure over. And the second part about perspective is, there's nothing really special about me. I'm not a famous person, I'm not a politician, I'm not a good writer, I can't sing. I'm really not even a good cook. You could ask my family. But in the days after the crash, I remember just being overwhelmed by the outpouring of love and support that I received. Whether it came in the form of a phone call, a note on my Facebook wall, a casserole dish, an email, a visit to our house, you name it, it was overwhelming. As morbid as this will sound, it was a bit like getting to go to my own funeral. And I remember thinking, wow, I didn't really realize how many relationships I had made in my short 37 years at that point, and how much people really cared. So it got me to thinking, if we all pretended that our life was a pebble that we dropped into a still pond, there'd be a ripple effect, right? And if we pretended that the ripples represented all the relationships we made over the course of our lives, the ripples would be pretty far-reaching for each and every one of us in this room. So when you think about all the ripples in your life, I would encourage you to make sure those relationships are as healthy as they can possibly be. So for example, there's maybe some forgiveness you need to extend, or gratitude you need to express to one of the ripples in your life. I would encourage you to go ahead and get that done. And the last learning is related to the concept of time. I have spent a lot of time just thinking about time over the past 10 years. And it's a really interesting concept when you stop and think about it. Because no matter where you live on this planet, whether you speak English or Spanish or German or Japanese, we all understand this concept of a 24-hour day, a 7-day week, a 52-week year. But there's not a single one of us that knows exactly how much time we have left. So when I think about time, I think about taking time to live a little bit every day. Whatever living means to you. If it's coming out and having lunch with friends, taking a nap, playing around in golf, baking a cake, reading a book, throwing a ball with your child in the yard, whatever it is, take that time and then acknowledge. This was my living moment for today.
And more news is coming up next.
It's not invoice. It's not MSRP. It's not Christmas Day, although it may feel like it. It's the lowest prices in Middle Tennessee, period. Get to Stan McNabb Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram or Stan McNabb Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac before these prices are gone forever.
All right, the cat's out of the bag at Carroll Street Liquor in Tullahoma. Now you know where to go if you're planning a get-together and want the ideal wine or spirit. Party planning can be stressful, but at Carroll Street Liquor you'll find everything you need. Mixers, gift sets, and all of your favorite spirit brands. So if you're feeling the pressure to pull off the ideal party, come to Carroll Street Liquor and select among the seemingly endless supply of wines, spirits, gift sets, and more. Your perfect party, it's in the bag with Carroll Street Liquors.
When your family suffers the loss of a loved one, the caring and compassionate staff at Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel are standing by to assist you in every way possible. We are proud to support local industry and offer only Batesville caskets. Many funeral homes don't own or operate a crematory. We utilize the only crematory in Coffee County. Your loved one never leaves Coffee County. We can accommodate any need and any budget. Consider our complete pre-need service to remove this burden from your family during their time of grief. Lock in today's low costs and protect from inflation. Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel. Our family caring for your family.
Welcome back. Sight reading is one of the essential skills high school band students must learn. Let's watch as THS Band Director Justin Scott explains how it works, and the concert and symphonic bands give us a demonstration.
Part of the process next week at the concert performance assessment is a sight reading portion. So the students, after they perform on stage, will go to a different room and they'll go in and sit down and be handed a piece of music that they have never seen before. We'll have 7 minutes to study it. We'll talk through things. We'll hear us use a technique called sizzling. We'll sizzle through certain rhythms and certain parts of it. We'll talk about key signatures, musical aspects, all of that. And then when the 7 minutes is up, we play the piece. And we're going to demonstrate that for you tonight. So the piece that the students are sight reading this evening, they have never seen before. I have never seen before. So we are all in this process together. Sight reading is definitely one of the components of being a strong musician. Some of you may consider it literacy, as in reading. We consider this musical literacy, and so we take it very seriously, and our students work really hard at this. So we're going to go through that 7-minute process, and then we're going to perform for you at the end of that, and we hope you enjoy. And this is our sight reading demonstration.
be right back with more News Leader.
Keith Barnett here at Russell Barnett Ford of Tullahoma. Check out this 2018 Ford Escape up to $6,000 off original MSRP. That's Russell Barnett Ford of Tullahoma on Highway 55, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. And remember, why buy anywhere else?
Here at Manchester Funeral Home, we know the importance of living and working in our local community because it's those families who we serve during their time of need honorably. We believe in supporting local business and offer only 100% Batesville caskets, the best in the industry and a driver of our local economy. If you want straightforward and fair pricing while working with the people you know, choose Manchester Funeral Home, serving your community since 1932. And pre-planning and pre-funding can be the best gift you ever leave your loved ones. Call us to pre-arrange. Manchester Funeral Home. Our family, caring for your family since 1932.
So you've been meaning to do something healthy, commune with nature, get outdoors and meet new people. We have the perfect solution. Come hike with us. You can find a Tennessee Trails Association chapter near you, including Clarksville, Columbia Franklin, Highland Rim, Jackson, Knoxville, Oak Ridge, Memphis, Murfreesboro, Nashville, Plateau at Crossville, and Upper Cumberland. We're on the web at TennesseeTrails.org. It's fun, it's stress-free, and it's good for you. See you on the trails.
Welcome back. The state champion 1974 Tullahoma High School baseball team was recently inducted into the Tullahoma Sports Council Hall of Fame. Master of Ceremonies Scott Chastain makes the announcement.
Our final inductees to the first class of the Tullahoma Sports Hall of Fame, sponsored by Coca-Cola Bottling Works of Tullahoma, is the 1974 THS State Baseball Championship team. Team members, you guys can probably start making your way up here. Team members include Jerry J.R. Farah, Stan Young, David Davis, Jimmy Dean Haynes, Greg Thurston, Ronnie James, Jeff Pruitt, Joey Tuck, Bill Brantner, Greg Hempkin, Jimmy Parrish, Rick Pless, Dale Mosley, Mike Stamps, Tim Finch, Frank Smitty Smith, Bob Rydell, Mike Howell, and John Jarrett. The assistant coach was Mr. Ted Frisbee, and the head coach, Jerry Mathis. The Tullahoma Wildcats in 1974 had a regular season record of 17-2. They won the District 15 tournament, beating Huntland 3-1. Going into the region tournament, the Wildcats record was 20-2. The District 15 all-tournament team included J.R. Farah, Tim Finch, Greg Hempkin, and Mike Howell. Tullahoma won the region in 2 games, then beat Clinton in the sub-state. Their record was 23-2 going into the semifinal against Knoxville Central, where the Wildcats won 5-3, advancing to the state final. Tullahoma, with a 24-2 record, matched up against Cookeville at 29-1. Tullahoma won the first game 1-0, and then won game 2 11-8 to sweep Cookeville for the 74 state baseball title. The Wildcats ended the season with a record of 26-2, and Mayor George Vibert proclaimed Monday, June 10, 1974 as THS Baseball Day. The Mid-State Baseball Player of the Year that year was J.R. Farah with a 13-1 record on the mound. Named to the All-Mid-State team, Jimmy Parrish, Tim Finch, Greg Hempkin, Mike Howell, Ronnie James, Rick Pless, Joey Tuck, and Bill Brantner. Ladies and gentlemen, the first team inducted into the Tullahoma Sports Hall of Fame, your 1974 Wildcat Baseball State Champions.
Stay with us. Your weather forecast is coming up next.
Keith Barnett here at Russell Barnett Kia in Tullahoma. Check out this 2018 Kia Stinger, yours today for only $370 a month. Kia is the power to surprise with its 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. Stop by Russell Barnett Kia in Tullahoma and let us tell you why we are #1 in customer satisfaction. That's Russell Barnett Kia in Tullahoma, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. And remember, my question is, Why buy anywhere else?
We're losing it, Doctor.
Not on my shift. Quickly, brush. Roller.
What a transformation. It's gotta be okay.
Okay, nothing.
At Paintworks of Tullahoma, we specialize in domestic emergencies with Martin Senior Paints. You can be the paint doctor too when you treat your home with Martin Senior interior and exterior finishes.
Doctor, we've got another one.
Got you covered.
Paintworks of Tullahoma. Come see the paint doctor, Stat.
Ah, the glory days. Running to daylight on the gridiron and chasing a ball with a mind of its own. Cheering the team to victory and marching to the beat of your own drum. Memories that last a lifetime. But sometimes we're reminded of our glory days in ways we'd rather forget. Get back in the game.
The rehab team at Life Care Center of Tullahoma is ready to help you live and play well.
Welcome back. We'll take a look at your weather forecast at this time, starting with your weather history on this day. Our record high was in 1956 at 78 degrees. The record low was in 1932 at 18 degrees. Average high on this day is 57 and the average low is 36. Rain in the forecast for tonight with a low of around 40. Rain continues in the forecast for Friday with a high of 53 and a low of 50, and some serious thunderstorms could be in the forecast for Saturday with a high of 62 and a low of 55. And that's our News Leader report for this evening. We invite you to join us each Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 6, 8, and 10 for News Leader on 6. You have a good evening.
Good night.